I know what it's like to be a prisoner to your own self, to your own pain, to your own habit, to your own addictions, to your own desires, to your own anger, to your own worries, to your own demons, even to your own angels. I know what it's like to be a prisoner to your own shadow. You hear me? To your own weakness, in order to be able to find your strengths. Because you wouldn't know your strength if you recognize yourself having any without having to face your weaknesses, your fears. I know what it's like. I know what it's like because once you find your strengths, it's going to take your strengths to set you free. Once you find your strengths. I'm going to say it again. I know what it's like. And once you find your strengths, by facing your weaknesses, which are symbolic to your fears, it's going to take your strength to set you free. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. And whatever you do, whoever you are, support one another. Support one another. And one more time, support one another. Because that's a major remedy. That's a major remedy for many minor ills. And if you don't listen, you're going to miss it. And why I say that is because if I hadn't changed, if I hadn't paused, if I hadn't reflected, and in most cases, I put myself in unwanted circumstances to have to be able to pause, to be able to reflect, to be able to think. I put myself in uncomfortable situations. But if I hadn't changed, I would have never saw the hell that I left others in if I hadn't changed. See, if you made some changes, then you recognizing the hell that you left people in. But more so, you recognizing the hell that you was in. That was frightening. As well as it was enlightening for me. If you've been where I've been, and you come from where I come from, and wherever you from, then you'll resonate with me when I say that was as frightening as well as enlightening to me. If you made some changes. And your changes, it's brought you into some fulfillment. And your changes, it has helped you conquer some victories. And your changes, it has helped you champion yourself. If what I'm saying is speaking to you, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. It's looking good on you. It's feeling good on you. See, there ain't nothing like wasting your time, spending time, talking about things nobody really want to hear. And as crazy as people would want that to sound, it's the honest to God truth, because that's exactly what most people spend what time they do have doing, instead of having something constructive, to conversate and dialogue upon. The elders always said, you don't have nothing to say. Worth saying, it might be best to not say nothing at all. And to a high degree, that's facts. But we all have freedom of speech, at least here in the U.S., because everybody don't have freedom of speech. But Do you spend your time talking about things nobody you know ever done, but everybody you know have an opinion on? If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Once upon a time in my life, I have. So I know what it's like to be stuck in that place. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like barbershops. You know, that's one of the reasons, because barbershops are pretty much like a woman's salon. But, you know, being a male, I expect women to talk. I expect women to gossip. That's what women do. We know, as men, we know that. But men do it too. Men do it too, and that's why I don't like barbershops, you know. Sometimes to the point that if you ever been in a barbershop, it may have a lot to do with how long it takes for you to get your hair cut, when you may just want to go in there and get your, you know, get your trim, get your shape, whatever you're getting done, and get up out of there, you know. Depending on who your barber, it may have a lot to do with how fast you get out of there. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But that's why I don't really like rock with barbershops. I support barbershops, but I ain't about to go sit in there. You hear me? For whatever reason I shared that. But what do you do when your mind and your heart is not in the same place yet? You know, there's an action you need to take. And I pose that question just as a question to make us think, to follow with a statement. Because if I got lost and I found my way back from the place that I was lost at, wouldn't you think that's enough to make me qualified to guide anybody else that's lost trying to get back? Or do I need more to prove? See, it's the experience that afforded me the wisdom, not vice versa. I'm gonna say it again. It's the experience that afforded me the wisdom. Now, how can I make that a message for you? It will be your life experiences that give you the wisdom after having learned the lessons through acquiring the knowledge from them. All those things are connected. See, and if we don't know all these things are connected, if we are not told all these things are connected, we won't even realize how connected they are until we have certain type of experiences. If you're around me and I don't make you, if I don't make you want to be better, I don't even know why you want to be around me. But if you're around anybody that's not making you want to be better, then you need to ask yourself, what make you want to be around? And this is how we gotta look at everything and everybody. We talk about energy, we talk about radiation, and we talk about who healing and who ain't, mentally, physically, socially, internally. It's many levels, there's many layers. And on every level, it's layers and levels. You hear me? And we gotta keep upsetting. We gotta keep upsetting the demon. We gotta, and what I mean by upsetting the demon, we gotta keep healing our shadow. We gotta keep healing our shadow. If I had changed, I never would have saw the hell. How many of y'all resonate with that? If you hadn't changed, you would have never saw the hell that you was in. And you would, and through your changes, you see the hell that you left people in, because they're still going through the same toxic cycles. They're still going through the same drama that you used to be caught up in. I see this. I see this. Thank God. You hear me? Whoever I'm talking to, thank God. It's real. See, we go from the bottom to the top. And when we get to the top, It's only to realize that we're at the bottom of the next phase, the next cycle. In that many things has changed. Sometimes people, sometimes places, sometimes the things that we accumulate on the way. And many times we accumulate so much junk on the way that we don't know how to let things go. Only to realize we're at the bottom of the next phase, you know, depending on which way we're going. Because some people going, see, while we're going this way, some people doing this. Now they realizing where they at, and they realize that they don't want to be down there. But I've been down there. You better hope it's a special person that's gonna come your way and leave a shit stain on your brain that penetrate into your heart and make you think about things that you ain't never took the time to think about before, and make you look at life in ways that you ain't never took time to look at before. Somebody that have the ability to give you a perception shift, so for you to truly look at the way that you are going, the way that you are directing yourself and your life as a life force, not just a human being covered in flesh. You know, you're gonna have to find a way to be brutally honest with yourself, man. Especially in the face of all the people that's lying to you, as long as you're gonna keep lying to yourself. Because they only lying to themselves too. That's what we be around. How I know? Because that's what I was around. The only difference is they ain't know that Sawu wasn't lying to himself. That Sawu wasn't playing no games. That Sawu came to understand as a soul operating, you know, as a soul with a spirit operating in flesh, to figure out why he was here. You know, where do we come from? When did it begin? What are we here for? And how will it end? We got to ask ourselves them 4 questions. Yeah. If you don't, somebody is. You hear me? Y'all heard me say before, it ain't always somebody else, man. This ain't no time for nobody to be pointing at nobody else. Keep your energy built up. Do your meditation, do your exercises, whatever you do. You know, keep yourself protected from the projections. Keep yourself protected, you know, from the haters. Keep yourself protected from the evil eyes. Keep yourself protected from the witchcrafters and the spellcasters. You know, if you were forced to be reckoned with, let it be known. Know how to send it back. Know how to keep smiling. You know, if they ask you why you smiling, ask them why they not. What's that bad in their life that they not smiling? You hear me? Yeah. Love y'all, family. Thanks for the likes. Hit the like button, it's free. Thanks for the unlikes, because that's free too. If you share the message, it resonates through the collective. Somebody else may need to hear something that you may have felt didn't apply to you. You know, don't be selfish. But in all you do, I appreciate it. You hear me? Sawu.